loved nothing more than speed along the line as fast as he could with the wind blowing across his funnel. "I'm the fastest engine on Sodor," he boasted. But not all the engines were impressed. "Speed isn't everything," said James smugly. "But being reliable and useful is," said Thomas. One morning, Satapa arrived with news of an important job for Thomas. "I want you to clear a jet engine from the airfield," he said. "What's a jet engine?" asked Percy. Satapa explains that a jet engine pushes hot air out of its back and goes very, very fast. As fast as a rocket. Thomas liked making special deliveries for Satapa, but secretly he wished he could go as fast as Gordon. When Thomas arrived at the docks, he was excited to see the jet engine. It was shiny and modern, and Thomas had never seen anything like it. Cranky was taking his time lifting the jet engine. "Hurry up," huffed Thomas. "This is a special." Cranky did not like being told what to do. He was careless as hook and knocked the switch on the jet engine. And the switch started the engine, and the engine began to whine. "Uh-oh," said Cranky, and before he could say anything else, the jet engine started rocking up the track, pushing Thomas in front of it. "Oh!" cried Thomas. He was going faster than ever been before, and faster than Gordon had ever been before. The fields of trees were just a blur as he whizzed along the track. James and Percy watched in amazement as he flew past. No one had ever seen a tank engine go so fast. His driver tried to put on the brakes. "Slow down," he cried. "You must try to stop." But Thomas couldn't stop. He just went faster and faster. He had never been so excited. Birdie the bus was waiting at the level crossing. He was surprised to see his friend moving so quickly. "Want to race, Thomas?" beaked Birdie as he saw Thomas approaching. "Never mind," he said as Thomas flew by. Thomas's driver called to the signalman to change the signals. "Clear the lines," he said. "It's a runaway train." The signalman rushed to switch the points, but he was too late. Just as he reached them, he saw Thomas whoosh by. When Henry saw Thomas, his jaw dropped in astonishment. "Just wait till Gordon sees you," he called. Thomas whizzed through the station, and all the passengers on the platform stared. Thomas was such a blur that they couldn't see who he was. Who was that? Surely even Gordon can't go fast like that, they said to each other. Gordon had no idea that Thomas was racing down the main line. "I am the fastest," Gordon said to himself proudly as he wheezed along. The next moment, Fate fell as he saw Thomas whizzing towards him on the other track. "Hi, Gordon. Bye, Gordon," whistled Thomas as he shot past. At last, the jet engine ran out of fuel, and Thomas was back on his own power. Thomas steamed gently into Naples Station. "Sorry for overtaking you back there, Gordon," teased Thomas. "Overtaking me? I hadn't noticed," Gordon huffed. "Didn't you notice the fastest engine on Sodor?" said Henry. "Yes, I am the fastest," chuffed Thomas. Percy felt a little sorry for Gordon. "Gordon can't go as fast as a jet engine. He's only a steam engine," he said. "But he's still full of hot air," teased James, and Gordon pretended he wasn't listening. Thomas the Tank Engine enjoys taking specials. Today, he was bringing a special to Bantam Docks. His float was going to a cargo ship. The ship was scheduled to depart at sundown. Thomas had to get to the docks before then, but the load was very heavy. So Thomas puffed as hard as he could. He pulled so hard, he broke his coupling rods. He wasn't going anywhere. "Oh dear," Thomas said, "I'll be late." His driver saw an old shed near the track. "If there's a telephone in there, I could call for help," he said. "Hurry," said Thomas, "and be careful. It looks spooky. Then a voice boomed from inside the shed. Do you mind? I'm trying to sleep. Thomas hoped it wasn't a ghost. Then his driver appeared. Is it a ghost? Asked Thomas nervously. It's a surprise, his driver teased. Then the fireman took some of Thomas's coal and headed off to the shed. She can get us to the fiddler's yard, his driver said. If her boiler holds, added the fireman anxiously. Huh? What kind of surprise is that? Thomas wondered. Thomas, meet Elizabeth, said his driver. At last the doors opened and out chucked a dirty, grimy steam truck. So you're the little puffer that's broken down, she sniffed. Thomas was cross. And you're just an old steam truck, he retorted. That would be vintage steam truck, snapped Elizabeth, and I haven't much time for your coupling rods. The driver was concerned. Elizabeth was making awful grinding noise. She's not built for hills, he said anxiously. You're losing steam, he called. Just catch my breath, Elizabeth chuffed. And finally, she made it. When Elizabeth returned with Thomas's coupling rods, she was pleased with herself. And next time, don't be so careless, she scolded. Thomas thought Elizabeth was the rudest truck he ever met, but he was happy to get his new coupling rods. Thomas made it to the docks just in time. What took you so long? Says the Topham Hatt. Thomas told him about his broken coupling rods. He wanted to tell him how rude Elizabeth had been when she rolled up. Oh, it's you, said Elizabeth, looking down at the Topham Hatt. Have you learned to drive properly yet? She's in trouble now, said Thomas to his driver. Elizabeth, says the Topham Hatt finally. My first truck. I thought you had been lost. They were old friends. It was too much for Thomas. Then Elizabeth told the Topham Hatt how she'd been left in the shed for years. The Topham Hatt was so pleased Elizabeth had been found, he asked Jem Cole to restore her to original beauty. And soon, Elizabeth had rich dark color and gleaming coachworks. You're the grandest truck in the whole railway, said Topham Hatt said proudly. I know, said Elizabeth even more proudly. And Thomas had to agree, she did look grand. It was Christmas time on the island of Sodor, and the Topham Hatt's engines were busy. The snow made their journeys difficult. They had to work hard to deliver passengers and goods to their destinations on time. This made the engines feel really reliable. Elizabeth pulled into the fiddler's yard with Thomas's snowplow. I don't need that silly old thing. Stop that nonsense. You can't be a reliable engine if you can't get through the snow. That made Thomas cross. You know I'm reliable. I just don't like my snowplow. Elizabeth is rude, and this snowplow makes my buffers ache. Later, Thomas saw the Topham Hatt talking to Elizabeth. The Sodor cake factory is stolen. The Christmas cake must get to the docks before the ship sails from the mainland. Let me do the job. I need you on your line, Thomas. Besides, Elizabeth knows those roads well. She's very reliable. I'm reliable too, huffed Thomas. Apparently, not reliable enough, Elizabeth chuffed. Now Thomas was crosser still. The snow was heavy, but Thomas arrived at every station right on time. Elizabeth was struggling to stay on the road. Her wheels did not like the slippery ice at all. When Thomas arrived at the docks to pick up Terence, he was surprised that Elizabeth had not returned. The ship will miss the tide, said the dock manager, and the children won't have their Christmas cakes. Thomas, go and look for Elizabeth at once. Yes, sir, answered Thomas. Perhaps Elizabeth isn't so reliable after all, he whispered. At the cake factory, Elizabeth was piled high with crates of Christmas cakes. Sir Top Hat's counting on me, I mustn't be late. She chuffed onto the icy road. Suddenly, she was on a steep hill. Her driver applied the brakes. Elizabeth slid control into a deep snowdrift. Poor Elizabeth. Thomas and Terence passed through the slurry snow. They couldn't see Elizabeth anywhere. Soon they spotted her driver. He was standing by the level crossing. Elizabeth is stuck under snow, her driver explained. I need help to dig her out. Terence rescued her in no time. We will have to hurry, said Thomas. It wasn't your fault, Elizabeth. It's the slippery roads. Elizabeth felt much better. Thomas chuffed and puffed as fast as he could. They reached the docks just in time. Sir Topham Hatt was delighted to see the bakery crates and that Elizabeth was safe and well. We'll get you unloaded immediately. Now the children will have their Christmas cakes, said Thomas. Well done, said Sir Topham Hatt. Oh, thank you, Thomas, said Elizabeth. You and I are both reliable. Thomas agreed.
It's Thomas the Tank Engine, hip 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 hooray. Chugga chugga chug chug chuff chuff chuff, he rides along the way. And when you hear that whistle, it can only be one train. Our favorite little engine, Thomas is his name. Thomas the Tank Engine rolling along. All of his friends will be coming along. Thomas, we love you. He's a really useful engine with a heart that's big and strong. He chugga chugga chuff chuffs, working hard, helping everyone. Thomas, he has lots of friends, and you can be one too. Just clap, 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 and sing along. Thomas, we love you. Thomas the Tank Engine rolling along. All of his friends will be coming along. Thomas, we love you. There's Gordon and Henry, Edward, James and Toby, Patty and Clarabelle. Don't forget Percy, Terence and Bertie, Hazel, Duck and Daisy. Lots more friends for you. He's always up to mischief, that cheeky little train. He chugga chugga chuff chuffs everywhere. He's always playing games. The fat controller scolds him, but he loves him just the same. Our favorite little